Hello, everyone. Just give me a second. It just looks like extremely dark in here. I'm sorry about that, everybody. But welcome to Kizzy Shopping Network. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know why it's so dark in here. It's not that dark out. I'm going to change a couple settings. See if that works. Let's see. Oh, it's a million times better, everyone. Look at that. Look at that. So we are live, Kizzy Shopping Network. I'm in my workout clothes because today is all about starting from the top. You guys get to see a bunch of things you've never seen before here in this place. So starting from the top, what does that mean? It means that when you start off with government contracting, you are at the top. We're not starting at the bottom. We're not GovCon losers. We're starting at the top. So I have two offers for you because I've been asked about these so much. So I have a starter kit and my book. I'm going to drop the links here in a second. And since we're starting from the top, I'm here to help you with any questions that you have. Whether you don't know what you're going to sell, whether you do know what you're going to sell, or whether you're already selling things to the government. Because I started at the top. I started out with an almost six-figure subcontract. I just recently went on a bike ride. I love bike riding. It's so gorgeous here. So still in my bike riding attire. And so this is live and real. This is a real live set, y'all. You know, budget's going to increase one day, but in the interim, this is real life. This is my real life. So I'm going to drop a couple of the links here, and I'm going to talk about starting from the top. So one way that's important to start from the top is to get my book, GovCon Winner's Way, How to Win Contracts, Government Contracts Faster Than Doing It on Your Own. The link is here. You get amazing bonuses. You get the bonuses immediately. You get so many bonuses. When you click that link for the bonuses, you're going to say, I cannot believe Kizzy gave me all these bonuses. And in case you're wondering, my hair is pulled back. So don't think like something's wrong with my hair. I just went on a bike ride. We have amazing bike trails here. So I'm going to kind of do a little here. You got to, budget is low. Budget is low for this production. Isn't that kind of pretty? Okay, so we're going to spin this back around. I can't wait till the day of the cameraman. We're going to spin that back around, y'all. And make sure this is looking pretty good. I think it is. Okay, I appreciate every one of you and your patience here in the Kizzy Shopping Network. So starting from the top, what does this mean? Number one is you having confidence in you and what you do. That's first and foremost when it comes to government contracting. You have to have confidence because nobody wants to buy from somebody who isn't confident. It doesn't matter what you sell. You could sell ring lights. You could sell training development. You could sell eyeglass parts. I didn't even realize that the government purchased so many different eyeglass parts. I just want to make sure you guys are level. I'm getting a little freaked out with all of that. So again, I appreciate your flexibility with me and my amazing camera skills. One day we're going to have a whole beautiful set. So that is super important. The other thing that's really important when you're first starting out is your ability to deliver. People think, oh, I'm just going to, because this is what some put out there, like, oh, I'm just going to find somebody to do the thing because the Army needs the thing. I'm going to find them. I'm going to mix them. I'm going to put it over there and do some more and keep doing this. And I'm just going to wash my hands of it. It doesn't work like that. You have to be involved and make sure they deliver. So if you get a contract where you're providing fencing parts, guess what? You got to make sure those fencing parts are delivered. If you want a contract for religious positions, you got to make sure you deliver the religious positions, speaking for yourself. Whatever the contract is that you win. For example, someone had reached out to me once and they They stated that they won this contract for laundry services. Laundry services. The subcontractor that they located said, no, we don't want to have anything to do with this. So then they were stuck. They didn't know what to do. So I provided some guidance and they were able to work it out, because sometimes that happens, but you have to be ready to deliver. That's why we're starting at the top. If you didn't want to deliver, would you be here? That's why we're starting at the top. So if you're watching the replay, definitely type in yes. So great place to start, starting at the top today at the Kizzy Shopping Network, is with this book. If you're just joining, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. I've been awarded over $70 million in federal government contracts. I just went on a bike ride because the sun is still out. So it's gorgeous. In case you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my computer. I'm gonna need to get one of those little desk things. I haven't gotten it yet. Just bear with me, and I appreciate your flexibility. This may not be the most sophisticated setup or arrangement, but I'll tell you this much. The amount of information that I'm giving to you, you can easily, hands down, get $1 million in contracts. You can, because most contracts out there are multiple years in duration, and there's so many things that the federal government's looking to purchase, especially now in the fourth quarter. This is when the government's spending. No different than Christmas Eve, Christmas morning. Oh my gosh, I gotta buy gifts. And then we realize, oh man, it's Christmas, and we rush to spend all this money. The same happens with the federal government. So take full advantage. Okay, look and see if there's any questions. I'm going to put the next item here. That's part of your starter kit. So we have the book, which is a great place to start. Then I have, which is amazing, we have the actual starter kit that is available. GovCon Winter Starter Kit for $97. The book with tax is a little less than $25. Looking to see what other kind of questions I have from any other sources. So people often want to know why the government would buy from you. Because remember, we're starting at the top, y'all. We're not starting at the bottom. This is not a Drake song. We're starting at the top. So one of the reasons that the government wants to purchase from you is because legally they need to buy from vendors that fit within their legal regulations as far as what they can do to purchase, the federal acquisition regulations. So they can't just say, I'm gonna buy it at Amazon, or I'm just gonna go down the street to Walmart or Walgreens. They have to follow those rules, plus 25% of federal government contracts are set aside for small businesses. So there's this huge encouragement to purchase from small businesses. So that's why they want to buy from you, because they just need the thing. And when it's low risk, they want to buy from you. So hopefully that really resonated with many of you here, because it's so important to keep in mind, because it goes to our mindset. If you think like, nobody wants to buy from me, why do I want to sell? Well, I'm not going to be able to do it. Then guess what? You're going to get all of those things. No one's going to buy from you. You're not going to change your life. You're going to still work that 9 to 5 you hate. You're going to curse government contracting, and you're never going to win a contract. Instead, if you put out there, look, I'm going to learn everything I can, and I'm going to apply it. I'm going to learn everything I can and apply it. Learn and apply, learn and apply. Because I know I have something the government wants to buy. And if you're feeling that, definitely type yes in the replay. Type yes below. Thank you. And thank you for asking K Blackman on there, or Blackman. So please know that. Another question I'm often asked, because we're talking about starting from the top. People will say, well, I just want to start small. I just need like something small. So we live in this society where for some reason small is encouraged, except for food, right? Y'all know, you're hearing me. Have y'all seen the size of like an apple? Like, let me tell y'all something. Let me show y'all. This is not an apple. So there's a farmer's market right down the street on the weekends. Do y'all see this? This is an onion from a local farm in Michigan. I mean, it fits in the palm of my hand. It's pretty normal, right? Now, go to your local supermarket. You're going to see some jumbo onion, and you may want to argue with me and say, but Kizzy, maybe the onion's a different onion from a different onion family. It doesn't matter. Why is it okay that the food we have, the things that society wants us to buy, going big is promoted? Get the big onion, get the big apples, get the freaking Big Mac. However, comma, oh, you're supposed to get your first contract is supposed to be small. Why? Why? Onions aren't small. You know what? You're gonna get those little bitty onions. Y'all know you don't buy those. Come on. Think big. That's what's important. Is definitely thinking big. It's nice to see everyone on here, and I really appreciate you being here. I'm unsure how long I'll be on tonight. Usually it's an hour. I will do my best to honor that. I'm in the middle of a couple of things and I had some things pop up. So I'm still in my bike clothes. And for those of you who are just joining, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. I've been awarded over $70 million in federal government contracts. I just went for a bike ride because there's a trail right outside of my window. It's so beautiful. And it's one of my goals here while I'm in Michigan to bike every single day that I'm able to bike. So super important. Here's something else as I read some of these things here that I have. And that is, I am asked, or you know, let me put this another way. People like to throw shade. I am not a shady person. I am not like oh, thank you so much, Everything, but I love you, Everything by John. I know. Hold on. Let me get to the real estate. I'm working on that. Everything by John. Hold on. Okay, let me go to you because you paid me. You gave me the $4.99. Okay. Everything by John. Look, I am working on finding a person because I want a person who has depth, not somebody who just flipped a lease. Okay, so I'm working on it. I'm in the middle of a couple of things. So my goal is to go through bigger pockets and to go through my network to identify somebody who has experience in contracts. I do have one person in mind. She comes from more of the property management piece. So I wanted somebody who's actually buying and selling or leasing the property. So let me know which one you prefer, okay? Or maybe both. So I have not forgotten about you. So please don't think that, okay? Please don't think that. Yeah, please don't think that at all. And I love and adore every single one of you. Appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, I was just handling something. So people will throw some shade, right? So again, I don't do that. I'm not like that. I'm about uplifting because we all start at the top. There's no starting at the bottom. We all start at the top. And so for me, it's this world of abundance. Money is created every day by who? The government. There's an abundance of money. Now, you may not currently have the money that you want, but that doesn't mean you won't. It doesn't mean that it's impossible. We live in an amazing country where that is possible, because there are places in the world where it's extremely difficult to change your financial environment. But by having this thing right here, not a pop socket, but my beautiful phone, we're able to really change our life. So I just want to address a couple of things, because I read something recently where somebody was like, oh, these people, they're putting out there that they've won like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 million dollars in government contracts, but yet they're on social media or they're selling something. So I just want to address this because I don't know, maybe you wondered, maybe you didn't. I just think it's important. So here's the deal. So there's this thing called you do more than one thing at once. I mean, okay, so let me break it down. You do more than one thing at once. Number two, there are tons of people who have ownership in a variety of businesses. Like, it was probably 2 years ago, I attended a Tony Robbins event. It was his first one after everything happened. There were 10,000 of us in person in like the West Palm Beach area. And during that, I believe he said something like he was part owner in like 150 companies. And nobody questions that. Is it because it's Tony Robbins and he's been around for a gazillion years? I'm not putting myself on the same level as Tony Robbins, so please don't think that. It's about, that's possible. There are people in every single one of our communities who have ownership, or who, whether it's 100%, it's partial ownership of several companies at the same time. So how is that possible? In my situation, I have an executive team. I have processes and procedures. I worked really hard to take myself out so I could spend more time on other areas like social media and helping people. Because we have contracts, and that's why another thing that's really important for those just starting out, because we're starting at the top, client relations. When you have strong client relations, the client doesn't want to lose you. They don't want to let you go. But when you have poor client relations and it's just like, I'm just going to hand it off, then they don't care who's doing the thing. Doesn't matter. So when it comes to the contracts and all of my businesses, I have a team that is largely responsible. Plus, I hired an organization, it's through Cardone Ventures, to help me grow my flagship company to $100 million a year. I spent an enormous amount of money to do that. So I just want to put that out there, because that's the beautiful part. Some people, when they get to the point that I'm at, or even before then, they perhaps would have sold their company, or maybe close it down, or turn it over to a relative. That's not my desire. My desire is bigger than that. Plus, I have some exciting things coming up around the 8A set aside that dovetail my main business, KPC. So be on the lookout for that, okay? So I just wanted to address that. Again, everything by John. Thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciate that. I will look into it, yes, but the biggest is leasing. Okay, I got you. I'm on it. Just, just like y'all, I'm working on stuff with my businesses too, in the sense of making sure we have work. I'm working on the new businesses. I'm not just hanging out, like trying to hustle some so I can pay my rent. that's not how this works. So, okay, so yeah, I got my Lululemon fit. Man, y'all, I love Lululemon so much. I went on my bike ride. I did lower body, biked it up. I got this awesome bike. I'm so excited. I've always loved riding on a bike. And that's how I feel about government contracting too. It's very exhilarating to win an opportunity, but more important, to serve this amazing country. That's how I feel about it. So when is the book coming out? Good question. The book will come out during the summer. Before the end of summer, you will get a physical copy. Now, the reason I'm pushing the pre-orders, for my first time ever, I'm advertising. So you're going to see more and more ads. The reason I'm pushing the pre-orders, because you get all of these bonuses. You get a ton of bonuses. So let me see if I can pull up some of the bonuses are, you get a proposal checklist, a beginner's checklist. You get a video where I interview this woman who works for a large company, talking about mistakes to avoid. And then you get other bonus content. Oh, the other bonus content that you get is a sample chapter. Once the book is released, those bonuses are cut off. So that is my thank you to each and every one of you for purchasing the book early. That's what I'm doing. That's how it works. Yes, pre-order. Pre-order is the way. Pre-order. And I'll pin for the book. And then also, if you want the starter kit, the link is there. I think I can only pin one at a time. I'll put this here again. I'll have some new exciting things for you next week. I'm not sure what they're going to be, but I have a lot of things in mind. I was thinking I can sell proposal templates, maybe some things around capability statements. Who knows? But the bottom line is we're at the top. Some other things that come up. Oh, good. And good. I'm glad, Dawn. See, I'm glad. Thank you so much. Perfect. Does the starter kit include sample templates of the documents that we'll need as GovCon professionals? The starter kit doesn't include a ton of templates because it's only $97. But what I would love to know from you is, Kay Blackman, what kind of templates would you like to receive? What would you like to see? Because this is not about what I think is important. It's about what you need. That's what's key. And that's another reason why we start at the top. Because the federal government is looking to us, we're called industry. They're looking to industry to provide their need. They're not looking for us to be a pain in the butt or to bring them stress and drama. They're looking for us to provide what they need. So for instance, if you're in training development, maybe you're like, oh, my specialty is in emotional intelligence, and that's what I do, emotional intelligence trainer. And perhaps some training comes up, but it's around leadership and it's for Army Corps of Engineers. Now, if you want to provide what they're looking for, you're going to say, I'm going to figure that out. I can do that too. Or you can just say, no, I just want to be an expert. All I want to do is emotional intelligence training. You don't want to do that. But I mean, if you do, you do. So the same applies to everyone here. Is I'm here to give you what you need, what works best for you. Okay, invoice, bid proposal. Okay, cool. And then I'm taking a little photo here. So I have all that captured. Thank you so much for sharing all of that too. Good. Proposal template, bid. I love that. Also, it's really helpful because I forget. And being in it so long, sometimes I forget about what is needed. In my Facebook group, I would love, if you're not a member, to definitely join my Facebook group. And I ask all the time, how can I be of help? There are things that I do on there regularly. I'm just looking down because I'm pulling up the Facebook group. But at the end of the day, it's all about what's of help to you. And they give me great ideas, but I want to make sure these are applicable across the board, because it could just be something that the Facebook group wants. Who knows? So it was 9:24. It's still pretty bright out, not as bright as the first week of doing this. So for all my amazing Kizzy Shopping Network, KSN members, we're talking about starting from the top, because we don't start at the bottom. And if you're new or you're just joining, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. I've been awarded over $70 million federal government contracts, and I'm here to help those who are just starting out. So I have my book pinned, which is amazing because I outline the steps that I took to win $70 million in different contracts, as well as I have a starter kit that's $97. There's an upsell there. It's an awesome starter kit. I also have a free Facebook group that's noted here. What's important in this area, can't emphasize this enough. When it comes to federal government contracting, it's about you being able to take this big old ocean and really narrow it to like a little pond. Like if you've ever seen people ice fish, type yes in the comments. And, I see them, they bring all their stuff out, and there's always some chair or something they're in. And then they like drill a hole, and it's like their circumference is probably like that. And that's what they do, and they ice fish, right? That's what you're looking to do with the federal government. There's thousands upon thousands of agencies, but you want to just have that little bitty hole like ice fishermen and ice fisher women. That's what you want. And that's the key, is to hone in who are the people buying what I want to sell. Who are these people? Where are they? How do I find them? Is it on sam.gov? Is it dialing for dollars? Is it through teaming? The answer is yes to all of that. But it's key, because if not, you're going to be the person I know, I love how I do my fishing. It looks so lame. You're just going to be fishing all over the place, and maybe you catch something, maybe you don't. When I was bike riding today, there's this beautiful park, and people all love to fish over it. There's this beautiful bridge and arch, and they're like, it's the most photographed arch in all of Muskegon, Michigan. So I witnessed all of these people fishing. I didn't really notice anybody catching a fish, And so I'm like, well, there's the guys over here, there's people over here, there's kids over here. I'm like, if I was a fish, I would be like, let me beeline, because there's all these people fishing. So You want to go to a spot where people are overlooking, because the more competition, usually that's going to lower the rates. That's why electronics, some things when they're really brand new, they start out really high and then they go down in price. Like I remember when a flat screen TV came out, it was like thousands upon thousands of dollars. And now what is it, like a couple $100 or something? It's probably even, you can even get flat screen TVs, can't you? Like Dollar Store and stuff, Dollar General. I do love the Dollar General. There's a really good Family Dollar close to here. So I love to fish. It's my peaceful place. Yeah, I mean, it looks really peaceful. It looks amazing. I'm all about it. It's not. I'm more of a bike rider. That's why I'm dressed the way I am today. Normally, I would be in a cute little outfit, but I just went bike riding. Had some things pop up, so I'm in my post workout at Planet Fitness bike ride as I go on my fitness journey. Because we start at the top, but government contracting isn't just this thing over here. Health and wellness impacts government contracting. And so I'm working on my journey with losing more weight and cooking more and all of those kinds of things. So I would love more questions. What kind of questions do you have for those of you who are just starting out, or any kind of questions that you have? We're at like the 28-minute mark. I may go to 45 just because I got a couple of things to do. Next week, I definitely will go with a whole full hour. And I'm so grateful and I appreciate you. I appreciate, again, the support, everything by John. I appreciate all of you coming here. It's Sunday night. You could be doing anything, but you chose to watch me live. That really means the world to me. So I appreciate it. Excuse me. The Kizzy News Network, more than likely, I will do that this week. So be on the lookout for that. There's a lot of really important government news happening, a lot of things going on in government contracting that we all should be aware of. Now, as any other, yeah, okay, cool. Some things that happens kind of regularly, or this will come up, and I'm glad it was mentioned in the chat, and that is, well, how do I get paid? How do I invoice? So when I first started out, oh man, it was a mess. So we use like a Word document. I highly suggest you get like a QuickBooks or whatever is out there that works within your budget, and then you can invoice through that, because then it's going to be cleaner, it's connected to your books, and it's just more sophisticated. So you'll fill out an invoice in your bookkeeping, and then you follow the instruction in your actual contract. So some agencies use IPP, some use wide area workflow, some you may have to email, some may have a different portal. Every single opportunity, they will outline it. And it's the number one question and bullet item to go over during your kickoff with that agency. Because if it's a smaller dollar amount, meaning under 30,000, you can ask them, is it possible that perhaps you can pay with a government purchase card? So if you put that out there as an option, make sure you have a merchant account. You're not gonna be able to use Cash App and Venmo and all that kind of stuff. But the benefits of it is you get the cash quicker. Now, there's fees affiliated and associated when you use a merchant account, so just be aware. Yeah, I was biking it up, so I'm a little itchy scratchy, so don't think I got something wrong with me. That's it. And for those of you just joining, my name again is Dr. Kizzy, and I've been awarded over $70 million federal government contracts. I also am a subcontractor on some state work, and we're looking to do more and more of that. As we approach 9/31, it's so beautiful out. It's still light out, but man, I miss right before the 4th of July, it would still be lighter out, but that's okay. Do you know how much to bid jobs for? Do you know how much to bid jobs for? Is all this in your book? A lot of it is in my books. That's a great question. What do you think about, okay, sole source? Awesome. Thank you for the orders. I appreciate that. How do you know how much to bid jobs for? Okay, Candace, so I was in my head. There are several approaches to take. I'm just going to make it simple for everyone. Number one, you have to look at what are the evaluation criteria. If they say to you, lowest cost, technically acceptable, lowest rate, lowest price, your price has to be low. Knowing that, what are your expenses? what are your expenses? What are your expenses? Okay. So understand what your expenses are and know what the evaluation criteria is. So case in point, if you're looking to work on some vent cleaning and you get a bid and someone says, oh, I estimate it's going to be $10,000 to clean these vents. So you're like, oh, I'm going to put 20, 50% onto this price, but the evaluation criteria is lowest cost. There's no way the government's going to pay you upwards toward $20,000 for some vent cleaning. You're not going to win. So you still want to make a profit, but you have to take in consideration your expenses. So one way to get around that is when you win the work, you renegotiate with the vendor. Because it's easy for someone to say, oh, it's going to cost me $10,000 a day to train for you, and this is what my price is, opposed to, hey, Tanya, I just want some work. If you're available, I'm going to pay you $2,000 a day. It's 3 days of work. I will also reimburse your your travel. Are you available? And she may say, yeah, normally I would charge 10,000, but in this situation, I'll go with your rate. Because it's all about being able to win and get a profit. So maybe your profit's 10%, maybe your profit's 20%. But in order to win, it's about how are they evaluating it. So that's one way to look at rates. When you start to get into staffing and employees, there's a whole nother kind of science behind it. But at the end of the day, it's your expenses versus what you're going to pay out and what you want to take as your profit. It's as easy as that. That's the bottom line. As far as what to charge, what are other people charging? How do I know I'm charging the right rate? You can ask when you're looking at an opportunity. Before I answer this, let me dig down. Is lowest price technically acceptable and firm fixed the same? They're different. Firm fixed means it's fixed. If you told them it's going to cost $50,000, that's all you're getting. I got my cage code. Congratulations. Entity cannot be found. What's the reason for that? NB, that means that you probably recently established your business, and so they're going to need to enter it in there. It happens all the time. How do you? I got 2 COs that asked me on Thursday to update my NAICS codes. Well, that's really good. Okay, so everything by John. Mention to them. This is important. Say, thank you for notifying me. I updated my NAICS codes. Just please keep in mind, I know sam.gov is a little backed up. Make sure you inform them of that because it's true. It's so you don't want to lose out on anything. This is amazing. This is really amazing. So I'm so excited for you. The other thing is, so to figure out what did they pay in the past, you can ask an agency, is there an incumbent? If so, what is the contract number? What is their name? What is the contract value? You can also go on sam.gov and look up past awards. You can go on FPDS to look up past awards. The thing that many people struggle with is, especially when they do the make more money approach or the middleman approach, you rely so heavily on, this expert. They're telling me this is what it costs. And you rely so much on them that when you see the winning bid is $5,000 less than what this expert gave you, you get frustrated. We're at the top, right? We're starting at the top. So it's more advantageous for you to tell them, this is what we're paying you. You can get bids, you can get quotes. But when you have that money in hand, that's powerful negotiating skills and techniques and abilities, and it puts you in that powerful position, opposed to, I'm submitting a bid, okay? Just putting that out there. I'm gonna look for a couple of questions. I'll probably go for about 5 more minutes, and then I gotta take care of some things. This is all very exciting. How do you bid for hauling 20 tons of bio waste 4 times a year? The statement of work also gave a base quote. What does this mean? How do you bid for hauling 20 tons? Well, what is it going to cost to haul the 20 tons? What are all of your expenses to do that? I'm assuming you probably need to have a special insurance. maybe special trucks. I don't know. What are all of these expenses that you need? A base quote. What does this mean? I would need to see a link. Perhaps it means base, meaning like the base, the beginning, like home base. And then option years would be the different bases, like option year 1, option year 2, option year 3. And then there's an option year 4, which, another fourth base, but you know what I mean. So it's coming up with all of those expenses and taking consideration the insurance. SAM.gov. And for those of you just joining, if you haven't already, definitely get a copy of my book. Have some really cool free bonuses that go with this. I'm really grateful everyone being here today. I really, really appreciate it. If you haven't joined my Facebook group, please do. We just finished our 5-day challenge, Close Contracts for Cash. You can check that out, Close Contracts for Cash, if you haven't. And I will have another one shortly. The other thing that is important for those of you starting out, check out the starters kit, because today is all about for the beginning. We're starting at the top, and the way to continue and rise even more is having a guide through the book, through the starter kit, through the Facebook group. In case you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, I went on a bike ride, I'd worked out, handled a couple things, and next thing you know, it was 9 o'clock. So I appreciate you all so much. Sincerely appreciate everyone being here. See if there's good. Oh, is it broken, the Facebook? Oh, it is. Oops, sorry about that. Thank you for notifying me of that. I was like, why is somebody broken? I was like, did somebody break up with you? Sorry. I'm such a dork. God, I'm such a dork. Okay. I may only go for a couple more. I appreciate everyone being here. This is a lot. I feel like this is like the most we've ever had in here. This is so cool. Here, just click the link. It's what is the name of my Facebook group? It is Accelerate Bid Wins for Federal Government Contracting. It's the most convoluted name ever. But I thought, hey, it'll work out well. I don't know. When part 3, oh yes. Okay, I actually got to do the part. So I'm glad you asked about that. I actually got my cage code. I need to record part 3, and we're revamping part 2 because I realized there's a section of part 2 that we didn't include. So the part 3 will come out. But yeah, I got my cage code. So I guess the video may only last like 3 minutes, but I did get a cage code. I probably got it a week ago. So I'm in the middle of recording, and I appreciate your patience. My goal is to put together a very detailed SAM.gov and to put it in like maybe an advanced starter kit or something of that sort, because I have a couple more businesses to register. And the thing is, when you go into SAM.gov, I can't fake the funk. Like I just can't pull up a screen and say, this is what you do. Like I actually have to register a business and wait for them to do these things in return. So that's a great question. I'm so glad that you asked that. Yeah, but then it'll be coming out soon. So if anybody has any more questions, because I'm about to hop off, I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks, been awarded over $70 million of federal government contracts. And all I want to do is just help you. Those of you out there, inspiring entrepreneurs, crushing it entrepreneurs, coaches, trainers, anyone out there, to look into, in my opinion, the number one client to have, and that is federal government contracts. It's federal government because they always pay, and if they are late, they pay you interest. So this is Kizzy Shopping Network, where I'm always offering something of value for you because, hey, this is the way to keep being at the top. That's what it's about. It's continuously learning, it's continuously growing, it's continuously developing. Because going through YouTube University or going through these other steps, yes, there's lots of free, amazing content out there, but it's also nice when it's in a little pretty bow. And I think it's super important. Whenever looking for a mentor, it's really important that a mentor has a mentor. I have tons of mentors. I have spent so much money in the past year on my mentors, it's more money than I paid for my PhD. So just know that too. I have books. They're not here. They're in the office. I have books. I have trainings. I have masterminds. I'm in all kinds of groups. I'm in a YouTube group. I have Myron Golden. That's why he's the co-author of the book. I do stuff with Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone. I have a fitness mentor, like fitness coach. Like I'm all about having people around me that knows that we're at the top, we continue to rise because we got to go to the stratosphere. The top is not enough. We got to keep going. And that's what I know will continue happening for you too. So I'm going to take a look at a couple more questions. I believe I found the right spot to tap in with. Great. Is janitorial services, Alexandra was sweet. Thank you, Financial Grove. Suggest some GovCon books. When should the book be sent out? Hard copy of the book will come out before the end of summer. Just bear with me. I gotta go get it. These are two of my favorite books. Thank you for bearing with me. I don't like to leave and then, hey. So this is the Government Sales Manual by Joshua P. Frank. I think I'm about to get an Amazon link. This is one of my favorite books. It is very in-depth. The reason it's one of my favorite books is they do a really good job of breaking down what you need to do for the government to know, like, and trust you to get work. I love that. I love their sales strategy, all of those kinds of things. They have such good information in here. I love this book. That's why I like it. It's very different than most of the books that are out there, and I love this book. Here is another book that I have. You can tell I'm all about it because look, pages. I got a bookmark. When was the last time you saw a bookmark? I even recently bought that bookmark. I Love Trust by Iyanla Van Zant. I'm just being blunt. I don't know if guys read books by Iyanla. Maybe I don't know who the male version of Iyanla is. All I know is this: if you say things to yourself such as, "Oh, trust is earned. Nobody can do it as good as me. I can't have people doing these things. Ugh, I hate working with people. I don't want to work with nobody." You need to go and get this book like overnighted. Because a business is not an individual sport. That's a hobby. To have a successful business, it involves a team. And in order to have a successful team, you have to have trust. And the trust begins with you, with yourself. I didn't have any of that until recently. So I highly suggest this book. Highly, highly suggest. Again, if anybody has like the version that men read or something out there for men or for whoever, I'm not trying to like exclude genders or anything like that. It's just that, I just want to be inclusive for everybody. See if there's anything else. I'm so glad I found you. Candace, you're so sweet. I'm so ready to get those journeys started, and your videos have been so helpful. Thank you. I appreciate you. Could you drop the link on the comments below? Marwan, for the book, or which one do you want me to drop the link for? I could get, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm yawning already. I can drop the link if you want me to. I'll look it up. Is that what you want, the link to the books? Just let me know. Here, I'll start looking them up. As I'm looking them up, starter kit, $97, probably is, oh, here, hold on. FPDS. So there's FPDS, and then there's dynamic. Let me give you the dynamic small business. Just 1 second, y'all. I think they changed their link. Probably beginning next month, I may not offer the starter kit. So I'm just letting you know. And when you pre-order the book, this is the only time you get these bonuses. Once you see when the book starts shipping out, those bonuses are on lockdown. So please know that. It's my way of thanking you all for the pre-order. I'm pulling up her book. And also keep in mind, while I think this came out in 2017, it doesn't matter. I know it's a long link, y'all. Oh, you missed my question, but maybe you can answer it later. Oh, hold on, Dawn. I didn't see your question. Dawn, can you repost it? Okay, I got one book. I'm looking for Dawn's question. Dawn, yes, Dawn. Are there immediate money catches we can pitch for before the year is out? Yeah, I mean, there's a ton. It just goes back to, what are you wanting to sell? That's what it's about. It's about, what do you want to sell, and are you willing to submit proposals? That's if your answer is yes, then what do you want to sell? What brings you joy? What are you interested in making money doing? That's what it's about. There's tons of opportunities available right now. There's so many opportunities right now that I have to do a whole complete restructure of my team because I'm not capitalizing on them. Oh, didn't this not send? Oh my goodness, the link is too long. Hold on, y'all. Why do they have this weird? I don't understand why these links are so weird. Here we go. Maybe this is, I just copied this link that was like 5 million words long. Okay. So there's a couple of questions about janitorial. Is janitorial or lawn maintenance something that's needed at the federal level? Yes. The federal government spends billions of dollars on what they'll call facility management, lawn maintenance, things of that nature. So yes, that's a great opportunity. I believe somebody else had that question. Yes, yes, yes. But keep in mind, normally they want low, low, low. So just keep that in mind, okay? So do your due diligence, look to see what they paid in the past. It doesn't mean that you're not going to make money. Think about electronics. How much money do you think this costs to make? A quarter? I don't know. How much money? And then Apple's so smart, they sell these separate. Come on now. They're still making money. So it's not about the price tag. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It's about your margins. Okay. I'm forwarded a contract takes 5 weeks. Only after that is when I send the government invoice. Everything by John. You would send them the invoice based on the terms of the contract. Typically, it's after the service is performed, but you can ask them. You can negotiate. Sorry, y'all. I went biking. I'm scratchy. Okay. I know. Maybe not the most couth right now, but I need a shower. Okay, what does a proposal consist of? Do you know what does government contract notaries for? Okay, let's go through this. So Dawn, I got you, right? I got you. Lawn services alone is $200 million yearly. Yeah, at least, I mean, I would say billions, minimum 200. So what does a proposal consist of? Every proposal is different. At the end of the day, your proposal consists of information about you, some type of price, and information that they're requested. I was looking at a proposal I submitted 5 years ago. One of the volumes was 100 pages. And then there was something else I recently submitted, and it was 1 page. Every single proposal is different. It is not based on the dollar amount. It is not based on that. It's based on so many other factors, but they all vary. And probably next week I'll do a whole special on proposal writing. Do you know what? So Candace, okay. Oh my goodness. I got to get water here. Excuse me. I know that I've come across videos where people talk about the government and notaries. I personally have never come across any notary work, or this is federal, or bid on that kind of work. Is it out there? It's probably out there. I just can't speak to it. Okay. So, and that's the other thing about me, because we're starting at the top. We're always learning. I don't know about every single thing that the federal government buys, but I know how to get you to win contracts. Because it's not about what they buy. It's about, do you have what it takes to win? So I want to emphasize that, okay? Okay. We'll have to look into that. It's a good question. Please provide the link to your new book. Thank you. I will do that. Just give me a second, y'all. I appreciate every single one of you. I had this whole plan. I had my little cute dress I was going to wear, and then something popped up. And I worked out at Planet Fitness. My name is Dr. Kizzy Parks, in case you're just joining. Been worth over $7 million government contracting. And then I went on a bike ride because I'm doing this thing where I'm working out. And then for my cardio, I'm going on a bike ride on the trails. So when I come back in here, I eat, and I smell like I've been on a trail. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to gross y'all out. I'm just keeping it real, because that's part of life, and it's part of balance, is being fit, being healthy, working on government contracts, and most importantly, being able to give back to y'all. You know, it's just how I am. I keep it real. Okay, your site shows that our classes sold out. Any idea the classes will be available? The best thing for you to do is to join my Facebook group or sign up for my next challenge. And here's why. Because I have changed my offerings. So go on the govcomwinners.com website. I know, Don. Go on there to get in our listserv, but just note that, you know, my offerings are changing. So that's why getting the book, getting the $97 starter kit, these are great places to start, because the offer I just recently made is not the offer I'm making next month. It's going to be higher in price. But I also know that there are several out there where you're like, I can't afford that. And I got that. So I'm going to have something else. So I'm just letting you know, things keep evolving. Shanae, hey, and I'm so sorry, Shanae, I didn't tell you it was live. Girl, I've been messaging you. I had a whole little thing happen, and I'm in my workout clothes. So let me give you guys the other link too. This is so funny. I love how, you know, it's like government contracting. Things always happen a bit different than you expect, but it's about making the most out of it. And that's what's important, is over delivering. Because remember, we're starting at the top. And what's key to starting at the top, you're over delivering. Period. That's how you get more work. You over deliver, get more work. Over deliver, get more work. That's as simple as that. What's your advice to someone who is just starting out, got my cage code, my company's focused on fitness, sports, blah, 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 equipment, parks? Okay, we have a contract with an Air Force base where we staff an exercise physiologist. There are several federal government contracts out there where they're looking for exercise physiologists, fitness coach, training coach. And the Antonio video, if you go on my main YouTube, you can see it, where I interview Antonio. His first two contracts were for flag football and soccer referees. So that's one path for you. So you're going to want to go on sam.gov. Somebody else had asked, where do I find these opportunities? Sam.gov, like Uncle Sam with the hat, you know, sam.gov. You're going to go on there and you're going to look for the NAICS codes around sports or things of that nature to see what they have. The other area potentially for you is to flip equipment. A lot of agencies buy equipment. I've seen them buy TRX and rowing machines and treadmills and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to cut and paste the two links. So I'm going to look down here for a second as I do that for you to go to. Because another one is Unison Marketplace. You're going to go on here and you're going to go to register if you've never been here before. The other site, because you may be like, what the heck, a NAICS? That's fine. That's okay to say those things. We start at the top. There's no crazy questions or anything wrong with asking for clarification. So a NAICS code is the government's way. They use this existing North America classification, you know, industry service codes, all this kind of stuff. You can go on the website. It was originally developed in the 30s. Standard industrial classification was developed in the 30s. And so these are things that we use all the time. We even use them at the state level. So the website that I just provided to you, you can type in like fitness or exercise, and then you'll be able to, North American Industry Classification System. I gave it a whole nother acronym there. But just type in like fitness, exercise, and then the NAICS code will come up. And then you're going to go into sam.gov and start searching with the NAICS codes, and also keep note of what NAICS code is the government using to procure what you're looking to sell. Okay. I've also seen contracts where they needed help with swimming. They needed help. Oh man, there was this one. What did they need? They needed a bunch of fitness people. It was to help one of the services to help people pass their fitness test. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff. What software should I use? I watch your videos where you shared your story about your move to Florida. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Tuta's Movie Corner. Yeah, it was probably when it's perfect timing because I have 10 years of sobriety coming up. For those of you just joining Kizzy Shopping Network, we have 2 offers today. I'm going to put those offers here just in a second. But yeah, I have 10 years coming up with sobriety, and my personal trainer, he played a huge role in that. That's why I'm sober today. So I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to celebrate by taking myself to a Beyonce concert and going to a meeting. They give out a coin. So I look forward to getting that 10-year coin. So I think there's another question. So 2 offers today in Kizzy Shopping Network. Dr. Kizzy parked here. In case you're new, you're watching the replay. You have my book. You get free bonuses by pre-ordering. Once this book comes out, it's going to come out before the end of summer. I'm not giving you any bonuses. It's just how it is. Next is my starter kit. Take full advantage. I'm not really sure how long these things will be available, but they're available during the replay. You get different bonuses in the starter kit. So I want to be fair to all of those. I'm always taking on new clients. What I'm doing right now is I'm encouraging everyone to sign up for my challenge. It's $97 for executive, $297 for VIP. It's the greatest place to start because you will 10x your money. By day number 5, you're going to be like, I can't even believe this. How do I know this? Because I have testimonials in the private Facebook group that I create for it. So I know this. So it's amazing. What software should you use? I've been trying to enroll in your class, but it's still closed. Okay, so Moses and everybody else, I strongly suggest you go to Close Contracts for Cash. Close Contracts for Cash. You're going to be offered something for $7. Get the PDF for $7 and sign up for my challenge because I've decided to change up what I'm offering. So just letting you know. So I want to keep it real. That's how I am. I keep it real. I mean, look, I'm in my workout clothes. I went to Planet Fitness. I rode on my bike. I had a little thing. I'm still in them. You know, I mean, I'm looking crazy here. Hair is still cute. It feels dry. Y'all got the whole view of the place here. You got the other bathroom. You can't see the flowers though, y'all. These flowers are so pretty in that other bathroom. Okay. So thank you so much. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. There was a software. If you go to my Facebook group and type free in the comments, you will get a free capability template. And I believe I also have, you get 3 capability briefs by signing up for the starter kit. It's probably better to do that for $97, but do what works for you. Free, 97, whatever. I appreciate both. And we'll give you a template. The best way to make them is in Word and then converting it to PDF, or Canva. Canva, hands down, will be easier. I'm the kind of person where if somebody else, I like to have them do it for me. If you can afford it, hire somebody on Fiverr. You know, use the template, get some ideas of what's out there. If there's any, let's see. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for all these comments. I'm feeling so special, y'all. I'm feeling special. Yeah, I really, really do appreciate it. I'm blown away. Oh my God. And we're at the 10. Look at that. Freaking an hour went by so fast. Okay, y'all, I'm heading out. So perfect. I adore each and every one of you. I will also put the links in the comments because I know that sometimes the chat shows up differently. You got everything here. Nice place. I'll see. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is my Michigan spot. This is my Michigan apartment. This is my spot here. I'll close with this. There was a time in life. I don't know if I was a little girl or maybe it was a little older. I learned of this thing called summer homes. And I didn't know anybody who had like a summer home or did this summer thing until I went to college. So I went to college at Alfred University in Western New York. Go Saxons. And when I was there, I met people who would like vacation in Martha's Vineyard or have a home there. And then they had their home and they would have all these homes. And I was like, wow, like people really do this. This isn't just like something in the movies. And so I was like, oh, I want to have a lot of homes. And then the more I just took in Oprah, and this was Oprah a while ago. I mean, I know I'm forever 28, but you know what I mean. I was like, wow, Oprah has all these homes because she would highlight her homes. in her magazine and in other publications. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, she's got homes everywhere, and friends from college had homes, and they're not Oprah, but if they were able to do this, then I want to be able to do that too. And so I put it out there and started manifesting it a year ago. I was like, you know what? I really want to have multiple homes for myself. This is outside of investment properties, because I have an investment property not too far from here. I want to be able to have these multiple homes, because this isn't just reserved for the Oprah Winfreys of the world or the people I went to college with. This is something that if anybody wants to do it, you can do it, because it's about putting out there what you want. And I firmly believe when you put out there what you want and you believe it and you firmly believe it and you turn it over to your higher power, it will happen. And so I made it happen. So I have my home in Miami Beach and I have my home here, and there's many more places. I will have a home in Dallas. I definitely will have my home in Honolulu and Waikiki area. And there's a particular condo I want in Miami Beach. So with that, that's why I have what I have. You all are amazing. I'll put in the Facebook group link one more time. Yes, there it is. I was like, where did it go? Thank you all. And thank you all for the kind of wonky start with the camera. I think I'm going to get a new camera. So many amazing things. And as you all already know, everything is possible. Kizzy Shopping Network. Thank you so much. We're starting at the top because that's where we are. Take care until next time. Bye, everyone.